Hey YouTube. Hey YouTube, welcome back. My name is Chris and I am the Algo trader and I am trading the Nasdaq 100 futures live right now. And in this session this afternoon, right before Good Friday, this will be the last session of the week. You can watch me as I let this trade run. It's been running for several hours already, and we will see where it ends today. Okay, this is the entry point right here at 12,976, and right now we're at 13,182. So join me to see where it ends, and happy trading to all on this beautiful Thursday afternoon. Hey KTL, welcome back this afternoon. Boy, I had a lot of problems trying to get this live stream going. There was some bug in the OBS studio, and I guess it's because of the version of Windows I'm using right now. I try to I attempted to do some update on it, and that didn't go through because I'm running on Windows 7, and this system I trade on, it's a Falcon computer system. It's specifically designed to trade, and that's it. You know, I don't use it for anything else other than to trade. But it's an old operating system, Windows 7, and I have not upgraded to anything else because I've heard horror stories of people who have upgraded to Windows 8, 9, and 10, and there's always a slew of issues, and I'm like, I don't want to deal with issues. Windows 7 works perfectly fine. Well, the update was not compatible with Windows 7 on my machine with OBS, and it started giving me all kinds of issues. All kinds of issues. So I seem to have hopefully resolved it, and hopefully this stream will continue between now and the close. So having said that, I've been in this trade, goodness gracious, forever. Let's see. This signaled at 10 a.m. at 12,976. There it is on your screen. And right now we're at 13,182. So about over 200 points. I'm just going to keep it here until whenever this signal exits the trade. That's when I'm going to exit my position as well. And I'll be done. I'll be done for the day. And I'll just go and have a burger somewhere because I am really hungry right now. Super hungry at this point in time.
School prayer is banned, but drag.
Oops, sorry. I accidentally got on my TikTok. Alrighty, so I am going to put this on mute right now, and I'll be right back in 5 minutes. All right.
School prayer is banned, but
I am back. This is going to be one long trade. I've been sitting here watching this all morning. Got another signal right here as well to go along on that. And Okay, guys, I am still in this signal right now, and I'm going to be in it until I get the exit signal to get out of the trade. And that, I mean, whenever the signal tells me to get out, I'll get out. But this to me is a very strong move to the upside. It's a classic gamma squeeze trade. And if you guys noticed, the levels I put out on the Telegram this morning on the live alerts, we breached the upper level for the Qs, and this thing just ripped to the upside, just completely ripped. 61.8 fib retrace. It's at 13,197, 61.8 intraday fib extension at 208. Okay. No, I sent out the levels on Telegram this morning, and those levels on Telegram are for the Qs. So let me look here. I'm on my screen here without having to look at my other screen. Now the gamma flip, what that means is that that's the price, and this is very important, okay? The gamma flip basically represents the price at which option dealers are going to be forced to buy back their short positions. And when that happens, that essentially pushes the price up because they're having to buy back, you know, those shorts that they've got open, and so it essentially pushes the price up. It's a common phenomenon that occurs in the marketplace. Generally, what happens when price reaches the gamma flip level is that dealers start pushing the price down, depending on the position, time of day. There's a number of factors they'll consider, and expiration date as well. In many cases, they'll push the price below that 316 mark in order to not get squeezed and be put in a position where they have to buy back all those short positions that they've got open. So when that doesn't happen, as it did today, and as it's done, as it happened, I think this week earlier as well, it pushes the price right up, and you have a squeeze. So all these dealers are rushing to buy back those positions, so it creates what's called a gamma squeeze, and the price goes right up. You saw that this morning, and that's what is sustaining the price at the levels it's at right now. And that's the reason those levels are posted every morning, because you've got your spot price, and then you've got your gamma flip price. And so what you need to do is you need to put those on your chart. If you're trading the NQ, the Qs are a proxy for the for the NQ. So you put those on the NQ, you put those levels, and you monitor them. You keep an eye on them. You're going to notice that price tends to gravitate between the spot price and the flip price. A lot of times the gamma flip price, if it's above the spot price, represents a level of resistance, and you'll see dealers sometimes push the price below that as to prevent what we saw today, which is a gamma squeeze. It's a very typical playbook right here where you see these type of things happen in the market. So and that is all based off of option open interest for the front month contract. Well, we are in the front month. I keep thinking we're still in March. These are all option open. These are all based on open interest for the April contract. This month's expiration right here, all the way to the very end. So what you're seeing right here is a very classic gamma squeeze taking place in the market right now. The price just blew right through that 316 level in the Qs. $13,193. Yep, looks like it is likely. You know what? It's 234. Let me take a look at something here. I completely lost track of my train of thought here. Yeah, price is going to start turning a little bit right here. This is it. Price is going to start turning a tiny, 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 tiny bit right there. We'll see. It always does when this purple line gets to the zero line right here. Yeah, you know what? There's a website out there called. You may want to take a note of this. Yeah, I'll write it down here for you. It's called Spot Gamma. There you go. If you Google that website, Spot Gamma, it's got a whole bunch of information on what gamma levels are, gamma squeezes, and all that. Now, they charge a premium for the same exact information that I provide for free through our live alerts. Okay? They charge a good premium for that. The only reason someone would pay that is because it comes with a little more color and it's illustrated. These guys make a video. They try to justify the price, but to me, there's no justification in paying the price when, if you're getting it, if you understand what the levels mean and you can plot them on your chart and you can get them for free, there's no reason to pay, someone to make a video to explain it to you, right? But there's a lot of information on that site concerning how that works and more rationale. They'll take a deep dive with you in some of the tutorials they have there, just to kind of give you more color on how this whole phenomenon works in the market. I just happen to understand how the logic and the math works, and so I have Python code that pulls that from the CBOE every morning, and I'm able to share it with our viewers for free without having to pay anything. So all you need to do is just get those, plot them on your chart, plot them on the cues, and you'll know exactly it. And every single morning I plot those. I post those in the live alert. So those are very, very key levels in the market. Very key levels. $13,190. Interesting. That's way, way up there. I mean, I've had this trade on forever, and it took me some time to fix the. I don't know how long you've been on, Lee, but I, I said earlier when I first got on that I had trouble this morning with my OBS. I had trouble with it since yesterday, and I finally figured out what the problem was. And there was some type of update that was not compatible with my version of Windows, and I guess only a partial update was made on my OBS, and the other portion somehow just didn't work because I'm running Windows 7, believe it or not, on my trade station here. Windows 7 because this is how my system was created back when I bought it. I use a Falcon trading system, and it came equipped with Windows 7. It's worked wonderfully. I've had no issues with it whatsoever. And so I've heard a lot of horror stories on Windows 8, 9, and 10. And I said, I don't want to deal with issues. I just really don't want to deal with issues and a new operating system, whatever. So I've always kept this Windows system running on 7, and it's worked out really good. And apparently OBS didn't like that when they tried to run the update a few days ago. And that was causing some issues, but I think I fixed it. And, so far so good. I haven't had any service interruption like I did yesterday when I was live. Yes, that's correct. Yeah, gamma levels are levels where the market is squeezed up or down. Yep. Yeah, that's what they are. And it's all based off option open interest. What's interesting is I'll give you one piece of information that's really helpful. A lot of the major moves are predicted and anticipated based on the options market. The option market controls the market. If people understood that, they'd make better investment decisions in their planning for trading, whatever they do, because you can tell in advance of a major move and when it's going to happen based on the net premiums flowing into call options and put options. You can tell that in advance of any major move happening, especially in the intraday session. So when you look at these levels, you're looking at them because they represent open interest, in the market. And when I say that they're skew in one way or another, that's because people are expecting and anticipating a huge move in a certain direction for that day, and it changes on a day-to-day basis. It's really interesting. There's a whole body of research on that as well. So yeah, that's going right now into flat zone, but we are still in a very, 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 very strong market right now. There's no way, no how that anyone should be going short right now in this market. This is just, there's been one trade and that's it. It's been up all day. By the way, guys, I took another option trade. Marcy took another option trade this morning. This one was on Apple, and that's at the 160 strike price, puts expiring on the 28th of April this month. So the 160 strike price puts expiring at the 28th of April. She took position on that. So right now we're actually she runs the options desk. She's got puts on AMD, Microsoft, Qualcomm, and Apple, all at varying strike prices, and those are all based off the signals on the private live streams over there. True. My son keeps keeps nudging me in the same way. Say, hey, Dad, come on, man, you got to upgrade to Windows 10. It's 2023. But frankly, I don't use this computer that I'm sitting in now for anything other than trading. That's it. I don't do anything else other than what I do here for trading, and it works really good for that. And anything else, I'll grab a laptop. I got a few other computers I can use, to browse the internet and play around and do whatever, watch videos, anything else, right? But this computer, I only use it for trading. And my, I guess it's a fear that if I upgrade to Windows 10, now I've got to deal with a whole new operating system and a whole bunch of other stuff that I got to get used to, and there's a learning curve with it. Windows 7, I pretty much have it down packed, and for what it is, it works really good. So that's the reason I don't want to change it, even though it might make sense to change it to Windows 10. I'll keep it till Windows. I'll keep it until this thing probably gives out on me, maybe. All right. So I think it came very close to the levels that you were talking about, Lee. We're at 13. You said the 61 point. It was at 13,197. We got pretty dang close to that, I think. Let me see. 191, 190. Yeah, we came pretty dang close. 13,191 right there. Yeah, that seems like it is almost right there. Bang. You just got a phase shift right there. Did I get another one? Yep, right there. And did I get anything over here? Oh, wrong one. That's bad boys going. Woo-wee. Wow. It's not letting up. It's gonna go. Okay, we're at number 5. Anything above number 4 is considered a trend. And yeah, this market looks like it's going to continue ripping up, most likely more. Albeit at a very, very, very slow pace. Oh, this one right here. Let's see. So the signal got it at 12,976. So let's see. You're at 180 right now. 12,976 and 13,180. It's 204 points. Right there. The strategies actually performed really, 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 really well. Over the last several days. Had a winner there, a loser, had a nice winner right there, and this was a scratch. That was yesterday. And oh, that's the reason I moved it right there. Scaling issue right there. don't want to squeeze it too much. Okay, that's fine. So I have my sister coming from Florida today. I need to pick her up later in about a couple of hours. And she's going to be spending the Passover weekend here with us. And it's my mother's birthday on Sunday. She turns 88 years old. God bless her heart. You know, she's still strong as a rock and in good health. So we're going to go pick her up and take her out to a restaurant. I'm not sure where, but we're going to figure out where to go. You know, so hopefully somewhere where it's lively and enjoyable for her, and celebrate her 88th birthday this Sunday. So yeah, 204 points, give or take, on this open right here. And if you notice, this signal caught the upside way yesterday in the afternoon, filtered out all this noise right here, and continued right there. Yeah. I've been tinkering around with a few other things too. That I'm going to be coming up with a conclusive decision as to which one to possibly use in trading, and that's these two right here. This one or one of these. I'm testing them out. That's why I've got them A and B labeled A and B right here, and then this is another strategy that I've been testing out as well, and which I got to make a decision on today too. And let's see here. Oh, this one picked up the long on this part of the phase cycle right here. So this one right here is also going long at 13,155. That picked it up there, but I picked it up way late. This caught the early morning trade to the upside, gave you a bad signal, got you in right there. So anyway, I'm going to just keep it here because I want to see where this ends. Thanks, guys. I'll let her know. I'll pass her the message on your guys' behalf. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm just happy she's in good health and able to get around on her own without any help. And we want to they don't know my sister's coming this afternoon, so it's going to be a surprise for her, a huge surprise, because my sister hasn't seen my mom in a couple of years. My sister lives in Florida, so it's going to be a huge surprise for her to see her this evening, and I'm really excited about it, actually. I think I've got another signal here. Yeah, I do. I have another signal on this one as well. This is a completely different strategy, completely different from the one that I have on the other workspace. This strategy is really a long only concoction that I put together, and I've been running it for the last 6 weeks now, and it's going to be a permanent part of what I do here now. I've been testing it out, and it's been really dang good. This one right here caught the signal at 13,045. Had a little bit of a drawdown and then just ripped right there. So where am I at? Oh yeah, this is still going. And this is still going right there. And yeah, this looks like it is fizzling out. No. She doesn't have any positions in Tesla right now. The only option positions she's got is AMD, Microsoft. Reading it here, it's Qualcomm and Apple. Yeah, this looks like it is fizzling out, guys. Yes, I will let her know. I will let her know. She stepped out of the office right now to go run an errand, but I will let her know. Yeah, this looks like it is fizzling out completely. Fizzling out short term. This is probably going to come to 158 right there. Right there. It wouldn't surprise me, and it'll probably just go sideways for a little bit more and continue its way up. This is a really good study right here. Tau. And it's going sideways right there. Yep. And it's going to hit this 157 line. Guaranteed it's going to hit this line. Watch. You know what? I got 2 minutes for bar change right now. And let me just put it back here because I need to see if this is going to give me an exit signal. It's the same, almost the same setup. Hey, thanks, Cash Out Win. Appreciate you watching, man. I hope you've done good for yourself today. On the Nasdaq or the Qs, whatever it is you're trading, I hope you've done well for yourself. I'm just itching to get out of this trade, to be honest with you, because I've got like 10 different things I got to run and get done today, because my sister's coming from Florida in a couple of hours, and so I got to pick her up, and you know, you got to pick up and do all sorts of stuff, get myself ready, and you know everything. But it'll be the start to a happy weekend if the signal continues going up. Thanks, guys. I do appreciate your guys' support. I put a lot of work and effort into what I do to try to showcase something that's actually real and not based on gut feeling. Because honest to goodness, one of the reasons I decided to come live and stream my channel and my desktop was because of all the misinformation I was seeing out there in the marketplace from different so-called gurus, right? I don't consider myself a guru or anything like that. I'm just some random dude that likes that likes sharing his desktop and showing the product of my creative work, which I put a lot of love and attention to. But I don't use a lot of the tools that a lot of the guys that you see out there on YouTube, TikTok, and other channels, purporting that work. There's a lot of stuff that does not work. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't work. Believe me when I tell you that. I've tested countless tools in the past that do not work, that absolutely do not work. And you got to be very, 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 very careful in your employment of a lot of those tools, because a lot of those tools come standard with any package from your broker dealer that you sign up with. MACDs, RSIs, just to name a couple. And there's moving averages, and there's all kinds of people touting that they've got a system. They've got a system. They don't got shit. A lot of people they don't have anything other than a whole bunch of lines on their charts that, for example, I sent Lee yesterday this package that someone had sent me on LinkedIn, and it was, and there were these charts that they actually appeared to have taken the time to have graphed them out by hand. Okay, get what I'm saying? They actually graphed them by hand on chart paper, okay, to try to make heads or tails of entry points in the marketplace. But there were so many dots and lines across the charts. It was like an elliptical system combined with Gann, sprinkled with I don't know what, to come up with these, with these intricate looking charts that kind of look like a dream catcher, if you would, that about the only useful theme that they could be good for is for like decoration purposes or something. You really couldn't tell heads or tails what they were. Yet people use this stuff to determine entry and exit points in the market, and it just blows my mind. It just blows my mind. I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff out there. Oh, you know what? Let me check this signal here because I need to make sure. No, it's still there. Okay, cool. And this one right there. Okay, it's still going. We'll just leave it there. All right. There's a lot of stuff like Dreamcatcher. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff out there, you guys. You got to be very, 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 very careful in using a lot of stuff. Now, I'm going to give you guys a hint that can help you speed up the process in your analysis of any indicator or tool that you come across the internet that you want to use for your trading. Okay, let's say for example, someone was, well, let's simplify it to the simplest way possible. Let's say let's say you're on TradeStation and you saw an indicator. Let's say it's a symmetrical moving average. It sounds really fancy, right? Symmetrical moving average. Wow. you know, it sounds fancy, but it's not. So you look at that thing and you're like, oh, wow, it looks really cool when you plot it in your chart, right? But you have no idea based on looking at it, just looking at it, if it's going to work or not. But more importantly, is it going to be robust? Okay, robust. That means consistently, predictable, and accurate. Now, let me tell you how you determine that. This is the key, all right? Go into the source code and you convert that indicator into a strategy. It's very simple. Very simple. You make the indicator into a strategy, because then you could backtest the indicator. You could backtest it. You could forward optimize it as well, which is really simple to do. It's just like a click of a button on TradeStation. And you can determine for yourself whether the indicator is robust, because then you have a measure of calculating profitability based on whatever trading signals you put on the indicator. So if it's like, for example, an indicator that gives you a signal when it crosses over the zero line, let's say if the symmetrical average crosses zero, then buy next bar at open, right? You can do something as simple as that. If symmetrical average crosses below zero, sell next bar on open. You can do something very basic as that. Okay, simple to do, simple, super easy to do. And if you guys have something on TradeStation that's pretty basic, and you guys want to convert to a strategy, let me know. I can provide you some guidance on how to do that. It's super easy. And then you can test what works and what doesn't, because then you'll see that although it might have a fancy name, when you actually plot it as an actual strategy, like this is a strategy up here, okay? These are all indicators down here, all right? And that's very simple, okay? I can measure this, but I can also measure these because I've got them all converted into strategies as well, so I know exactly their performance, back tested and forward tested as well. And that's what you need to know if you're going to employ any tool that your broker dealer gives you, or for that matter, any tool that you guys see online. So for example, so moving averages have lag. Moving averages all have inherent lag in them. Every single one of them has inherent lag in them. Unless you tweak the moving average and you play around with the derivative, it's going to have lag. Typically, it'll have a 4-bar. If a simple moving average, I believe, if I were going off of memory, I think has a 4-bar lag depending on the instrument that you're trading. That's a lot of lag if you're working with symbols like the Nasdaq 100, the ES, any of the future symbols. Okay, that's a lot of lag right there to have in a moving average, and they're all different. Some have more lag, some have a little bit less lag, but on average, you're going to get anywhere between a 3 and a 4-bar lag on a simple moving average. Okay, depending on the instrument that you're applying it to. So you can actually get any one of those moving averages, convert it to a very basic strategy, and run it on the chart that you intend to apply it on, and it'll give you the statistics. Okay, it'll give you the statistics, just like I can run this strategy right here, for example. If I go to data and I go to strategy performance right here, and this is just going back a few days. This is not going back like till the beginning of the year or anything like that, because I've got the date set to begin the strategy just only like a couple of days back. So the last couple of days, it's taken a total of 6 trades. It's been 83% accurate. Okay, with a total net profit of $5,500. Average loser is around $850. Average winners around $1,200. And I got all these other statistics I can delve into. It definitely has a bias to the short side versus the long side, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can glean from this. Now, you need this information to determine whether or not those tools that you're applying to your charts are robust or not. because that's the only way you can measure robustness, is by statistically converting them into strategies, running them on the chart, and determining whether or not those indicators are actually going to perform good. Now, if you see anybody else online, I'll give you another tip. If you see anybody else online touting the next best thing to slice bread, I'm talking about trading bots or indicators, I can almost guarantee you with a 90% level of certainty that none of those guys are going to be able to provide you statistical back testing, forward testing on those strategies that even make sense. None of them will. And most of the ones, back testing they do will not get above 60 to 65% accuracy rate. They just don't. They can't. And I know that for a fact because I see a lot of that stuff being touted on TikTok and YouTube as these awesome trading tools, and they just don't pass the smell test. Ask them, what's the win rate forward tested from January 3rd, 2023 to the present date? And a lot of them can't do that because I'll tell you another thing too, that a lot of those strategies have to be built on systems that have the capabilities of doing forward testing as well. And forward testing is here's the difference. Look, if you're doing back testing, you're doing tests on in sample data, okay, data that already passed, that's in the past, okay, for whatever look back period you're hoping to test. Let's say it's 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, or 2 months, whatever look back period you're looking to test. That data has passed, okay. People optimize their strategies based on past data, but that's not good enough because past data is not normally reflective on how future data is going to perform in the strategy. So you need to walk forward the strategy, forward test it on what's called out of sample data in order for you to get statistical relevance on how it's going to perform with data that has not actually passed. In other words, on future data, okay? So if you want real measures of the statistical performance on any one of the strategies that anyone out there is actually telling you is awesome and great, tell them to provide you forward testing on their strategy from the beginning of the year to the present date, because that's going to be based on out of sample data and it'll give you a very good idea of how the strategy actually traded and performed. And they say we have optimized results that show a 75% win rate. That's bullshit because that's based on past historical data. Okay, that doesn't count. You want out of sample data. That's the only thing that counts. And so when you're testing your indicators, yeah, you're testing them on back data just to look at robustness, but you want to forward test them as well. And you want to make sure you have a platform like TradeStation that allows you to do that. Platforms, for example, like Thinkorswim don't have that capability. You cannot do that on Thinkorswim at all. And that's the reason why you don't see many strategies similar to this being offered on Thinkorswim. You see a lot of indicators on Thinkorswim, but you actually don't see strategies because they don't have an engine to do that. So, that's just some food for thought. Yep. Funny. Boom. Nail the top right there. Right at the crossing. Look at that. Right there. Nail the top right there at that crossing. Now, whether or not this thing comes down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right. I almost lost track of time. Okay, this is going down. If it doesn't break below this white line right here, then it's likely gonna probably revert and bounce back. Yeah, we got bar change right now in just a few seconds. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this here because I want to see. No signal yet. And no signal on that. And ooey. Yep, it's going sideways right here. Look at that. Look at that bad boy right there. Going sideways, sideways, sideways. You're not going to get a phase shift until these two cross. This is a very highly sensitive indicator to all the phase shifts that happen within the data spectrum right here. And if we get a shift here and this purple line goes up, then we got more upside. So my thing is I want to make sure it remains above this this line right here. I want to see right here. This bad boy's still going up, man. Well, it got really close. It got to 13,191. I mean, it got pretty dang close. Pretty close. Generally, you'll have a 3-bar pullover. Yeah, I can make it available for for a rewatch afterwards. But it won't be available for immediate rewatch because I have to go back and upload the video and do a whole bunch of stuff. Well, publish the video, and that takes me a little bit of time after I get done. So I got to go grab my sister from the airport after this. So it'll probably be available either sometime tonight or tomorrow. But it'll definitely, I'll make it available for you guys. Generally, when you have a run up of this type right here, you'll normally get a 3-bar pullback. For example, like right here, 1, 2, 3, go up. Then you got 1, 2, and possibly 3. Then it goes up again, right? So right here we've got 1, 2, and 3. So I'm looking at this going, okay, is this a 3-bar pullback? And you know, it definitely won't be a 3-bar pullback if the next bar after this closes below this white line. Then I'm out of the trade completely. You know, regardless of the signal, I'll just get my money and run. But if this is really a 3-bar pullback, the way we normally see whenever you have a long trend like this, then it's worth waiting to see what happens with the next bar. And right now, this pullback started right here. Look. Soon as you got the crossing right there, boom, 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 boom. And if this thing crosses at the next bar, then that's it. That's going to be the 3-bar pullback, and then hopefully this thing can, will continue moving up, 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 more. The last few lives, guys, I haven't been posting them live afterwards because, honest to goodness, I've just been lazy. Okay, I've been lazy. And I've just been buried with all kinds of stuff that I've been trying to get accomplished here at the trade desk. Every one of these indicators takes a long time to develop and create and test, and there's a lot of effort that goes into it. So I'm pretty much done with all that stuff, a lot of the stuff. And every time I say that, something else comes up. A new idea comes up, right? For example, I'll tell you right now, this whole setup right here is a completely new idea. This blue line, this red line, this green line, and this purple line right here, okay? These represent different elements of the phase cycle right here. This represents the 54-bar element, and this one right here represents the 27-bar element right here. And typically when they cross the way they did right here, it typically flags a top right there in the market. Typically flags a top right there in the market, okay? So I've been experimenting with these, and these have been pretty good so far, and I've been experimenting with with these as well. These are also pretty robust. They kind of do something different. They track longer movements in the phase cycle. And for example, let me give you a taste of what I mean. I think it was the other day. Hang on. I think I went too far back. Yeah, for example, right here, when price, if it ever hits this purple bar, that's it. Yeah, there's not going to be anything left. Price will just kind of revert and come back right there. So it kind of acts as a support and resistance, if you would, in its own unique and strange way. And I can't actually illustrate this because every time I move the chart, the lines move. So it's probably not going to be a good idea to illustrate because the lines keep moving. Okay, we got 6 minutes for bar change. Let's see where that ends. So yeah, guys, just to quickly touch on the topic again, if you're using indicators of any class, my suggestion is convert those indicators into strategies. It's a very easy process to do depending on the coding language you're working with. And then once you do so, run them on the chart that you intend to apply them on, and back test them and forward test them to determine robustness of those indicators. Okay, that's the only way you can determine robustness of those indicators. And also, that's the only other way that you can actually tune the indicators as well. Because, market data isn't static. You got to remember that. And if market data isn't static, then why would you use a static input on your indicators? Okay, doesn't make sense. So you need to work with that. You need to do that because that's the only way you're going to find out if they're robust, and that's the only way you can actually come up with a configuration that can tune your indicators correctly. And by tune, I mean come up with the right look back period for the tools that you're looking for, that you're working with. All right, guys, we got 3 more minutes, and we'll see if we get any action on this. So far, the that little bar has been holding up well above the white line right there. Good support. So we'll see the next bar if it continues up, and that proves to be a classic 3-bar reversal right there. Oh, wow. Okay, great. Great, 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 great. Let me check to make sure. Okay, that's still there, and that's still right there. Classic three-bar reversal. You can see it right here. Look, 1, 2, and 3, and right there. Yep, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good, 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 good. We are back in the game, and this bad boy is, and it kind of looks like it is kind of fizzling out to the upside already, based on this other signal I've got right here. It's just fizzling out. Oh, you know what? Let me check right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. New cycle right here. Look at that. Right there. 1, 2, and right there, and pow. Excellent, excellent. And this didn't cross to the downside. It stood up above the zero line. This bad boy came up. Okay, we'll just leave it there then. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to take off the trade. We'll just leave it there. And let me just see if this responded. Again, guys, these are all tests. That's why I've got them labeled A and B right here. Yep. Boom. 1 down, and it is going up. Huh. Interesting. All right. Well, I'll just leave it there, and until we get a signal to get out. 3:32 in the afternoon, Eastern time, and we will see what happens right now. Guys, I'll be right back in 2 minutes. Alrighty, boys, I'm back. Had to get a refill for my water here. Yeah, so I was right. It came all the way down. Look, it hit that white line right there. Told you guys, guaranteed it's going to hit that. Yeah, boom, it hit that. And then, now hopefully, I'm not going to say how much this is going to go up, but I just hope it continues going up. Maybe 50 points, I'd be happy. Right, keep my fingers crossed, but we'll see right now. And we only got a half hour before the cash market closes. And by the way, guys, the market's closed tomorrow. The bond market closes early tomorrow. And so, because the stock market's going to be close tomorrow, there's probably going to be an early close in the futures market too. I don't trade days like tomorrow, where there's a lack of volatility and movement or anything like that, volume for that matter. I'll take the day off tomorrow and just kind of work on my studies um, and not trade. So I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Don't trade tomorrow. Go take the day off. Go do something else. Look at this earlier here. Yeah, I did. All right. Yeah, it's pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. Really good right there. Very, 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 very nice. It is pushing up nicely. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I got a sell signal right there as well on that. And got the buy signal right there. I got another buy signal there, there, and that's still going up. Regardless. Okay, phase cycle there. I'll just leave it here because I want to see the phase cycle. Okay, you have 5 minutes for bar change on this. And hey guys, I'm going to make a quick public service announcement that I think merits sharing with you guys. I have a brother who's a little older than I am, and he's a scientist. He lives out of Colorado, and he's the type that believes in the science, right? So several months ago, he per consultation with his cardiologist told him, yeah, sure, go ahead and you're good to take the COVID vax, right? He got a double dose of the Moderna vaccine. Then I think he waited a couple months and went out and got a booster as well. And sadly, right now he's in the ICU. He had a stroke last week, almost killed him. And the culprit is really the side effects of the vaccine, guys. And I'm sharing this with you guys. I'm going to be going out to Colorado maybe in a couple weeks to take a road trip to go visit him. But don't take the vaccine, guys. He took it because he believes in the science. That's where me and him kind of are way different. I don't believe in that. I did not take the vaccine and will not take a vaccine of any type. Not that I'm anti-vax, I just don't, this particular vaccine, I wasn't, I wasn't convinced that it was the right thing to do for my health or for that of my family's. But unfortunately, my brother is of a different mindset. He believes in the science because he's also a scientist. He's a chemist. And so, yeah, that's the side effect. He's in the ICU, big stroke, almost killed him last week. And that's all a direct side effect of having taken those vaccines. So please, guys, do not subject yourselves to any type of vaccines, any type of experimental drugs. Don't put that in your body because you don't know what type of side effects it's going to have on you. Doesn't affect every single person that way, but you don't want to be the one statistic like my brother who did get affected. So public service announcement, do not take the vaccine. That's just from experience, all right? 2 minutes for bar change on this, and I'm getting really hungry. Looks like this thing's going to go sideways between now and the close, but you can never tell these last 15 minutes, right? It's typically what ends up happening, and I see this a lot. So you end up having these runs right before the close. You end up having these little Mickey Mouse pullbacks like this, and then it just runs right into the actual close. So bar change right now. Guys, this is still above the line right here. And it's still going. Let me just check one or two things here. Okay, no signal on that. No signal on that. And right here, my chop. Phase and the strategy right here. Okay, this is a little down. Okay, and nothing there. Yeah, you see, and that's the problem. You know, you don't know if you have an underlying condition or if it's going to trigger some type of underlying condition. My brother had a mild heart condition that wasn't severe or life-threatening in any way. What's weird about the situation is he did not have a heart attack. He had a stroke in his brain at the gym, and he was fit. He's 55 years old, fit guy. Doesn't do steroids, doesn't take anything else. He's a strict. He's real strict on his diet and everything. Yeah, got a stroke, almost killed him after taking the vax. Just a few months after taking the booster. So it's a sad situation because it happens not to every person, but it does happen to people. Yeah, I know. And I'm happily unvaxxed as well. I don't believe in taking experimental drugs of any type in my body. No way. No way. No way. No. Yeah. So I'm gonna go see him because he's he got really lucky on this one. He didn't die. But he's in pretty bad shape right now. I'll say that. He is in really bad shape right now. So I'm going to go. I'm trying to plan it with my wife so we can actually, take a break and maybe take a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and come back Sunday night and do something like that. So, but I need to go see him in short order. All right, this is a noisy zone right now. And I can tell this is a noisy zone by the by the separation of these two lines. Whenever the lines are this separated, there's a trend. Whenever the lines get this close, that means noise right there. Oh, it's a total crime. It's a total crime. And if there's a way that I can actually figure out how to sue Moderna for the damages their vaccine caused to my brother, I'll be happy to find a lawyer to take that on contingency and sue them. Right now I'm sure there's a lot of people thinking the same thing, and it'd be nice if a class action lawsuit could be filed against Moderna for what they've done. Absolutely. I will probably start a GoFundMe page for him because I know he's going to have all kinds of bills to pay once he gets out of the hospital. I'm probably going to work on that today or tomorrow and launch that because yeah, he's going to need a lot of support once he gets out of the hospital, provided he gets out. And I'm really hoping and praying that he does. Yeah, it's a real crime to humanity what they've done with those vaccines. Absolute crime. In fact, my wife's cousin in Brazil suffered the exact same side effects that my brother had to suffer. My wife's cousin in Brazil was forced by his company to take the vax. He took the AstraZeneca vaccine, and they told him either you take the vax or you don't have a job. And this guy, he's not very wealthy. You can imagine, he lives in a little shanty town out in Brazil. He's poor. He's got to feed his family, and he was forced to take the vaccine. Well, about 2.5, 3 months later, after he took the vaccine, he collapsed. He had a stroke that paralyzed half the left side of his body. The same exact situation that happened to my brother happened to my wife's cousin. Exact replica. Different vaccine though. So I just put that out there because it's important to share situation, things like this when they happen to people. So it creates awareness that these vaccines aren't safe. Okay, guys, you know what? It's 3:50 in the afternoon. I am probably going to get out of this trade right now because this is, it's not really going anywhere. In the last 10 minutes, I can't imagine that this market is going to rally in any way, shape, or form. And it's about that time of day. The strategy is going to close though in 10 minutes, in 10 minutes time. So as long as it doesn't get below this white bar, I'll be fine. Yeah, this is nothing but noise right here, and yeah, you're in chop zone right here. Look at that, absolute chop zone. There's nothing there, so I'm taking this trade off, and I'm gonna go, take the rest of the day off right now. Yeah, there's nothing there. There's just nothing but chop. All right, guys, that's it.
Trade.
All right, that's it, guys. I took that trade. I'm out of there, and I will go ahead and post a screenshot of this just to see where the strategy actually closed. And it's going to be closing right now in 6 minutes, so I may as well just leave it there so you guys can see where it's going to. Thank you. I appreciate that. And congrats to everyone as well who took upside in the Nasdaq today and made money. I'll just leave it here right now. It's only going to be 6 more minutes anyway, so I just want to see where it's going to go. But whenever this indicator that I have right here gets all fuzzy and tangled up, that means you're in an area of noise, and that's confirmed by this right here too. Look at this. This is just nothing but noise. Nothing but noise. I should have gotten out. I should have gotten out right there, which was right here. Which was right here at the crossing. Pow. and that should have been it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It was a good day so far. One trade, and that was it. And we'll see right now where it closes. 5 more minutes, and we'll see right now. We'll just, you'll see the signal. And right now, it's starting to move up again, but that's of course, on a lower time frame. Yeah, today was a huge run. Huge. And honestly, I was really surprised that the market actually behaved the way it did, because if you notice, there was a huge gap from yesterday's close to today's open. When I saw that, I'm like, oh man, this doesn't look good at all. This does not look good at all. Then I looked at over here and I said, wait a minute, price right here, it's touching the 27 bar 27 bar cycle that I have. And typically when that happens, it slinkies back. And sure enough, it slinkied back, hit the purple line, price came down, and then it broke right above it and just continued going right there, which I thought was kind of impressive to see. All right, 4 minutes. Let me just put it back here. And thanks, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys a lot, man. Appreciate your support. I mean, you guys know trading's a lonely sport. You'll go crazy sitting in your room looking at 4 monitors and not having anyone to talk to, So, this live creates a sense of community where, at least virtually, we can all come together and share thoughts and support each other in some way, And that's what really matters, is being able to support each other so we can all continue to grow and do well. And that's what we're here for. All right, so we got 3 more minutes, and that's it. 3 minutes, guys. Yeah, price is moving up again. I can see it on the 30-second charts right above me. It's just moving up. Hit the bottom of some channel I've got, and now it's moving up again. But not enough, not nearly enough to make any difference. Two more minutes. Cool, man. I'm glad you're picking up some good tips. I hope the tips for the indicators were helpful to you, because that's really a game changer. I'll tell you right there. If you're able to convert your indicators into strategies to backtest them and to fine tune the indicators as well. And if you haven't picked up my book, the new book I have it in as an ebook. I definitely suggest you get it, because there are 3 really important, I mean, the whole book's important, but there are 3 really important sections in there on fear, greed, and anxiety that I just took a deep dive in putting that together. And I think it's really helpful to understand those in the context of trading. Those are very important psychology tips right there that are really super important, that would help give you an edge if you're looking to become a professional trader. That book I recommend to anyone thinking of becoming a trader. All right, there it is, guys, right there. You saw it. Boom. Here's the signal right there. And if I go back over here, we just got the signal right here on this one too. Look, pow. And I think I had another signal. Okay, yeah, we had another signal right there. That took the short. I guess the short right there was successful on that. That had two losers back to back. You had another signal right there, and then you had another signal that kind of went sideways right there. It was a scratch, but the big winner today was this one right here. And let me just do the math on it right now. Now remember, guys, I got out on this bar right before the signal because I just got tired of waiting. But the overall signal right there was 12,976. And let's see here, 12,976, and the actual exit was 13,171. 13,171. Oh shoot, hang on. 12,976 and 13,000. What did I say? Hang on. 13,171. 171. That's a total of 195 points. Okay. 195 point winner. And of course, this was probably a little bit more because he got in a lot sooner in the trade. But that was it. Yeah, you have the jobless issue and all that. And there's a slew of problems as well with the dollar, yet the market rallies. Go figure, right? Irrational exuberance. That's what I could boil it down to. Irrational exuberance. Hey guys, thanks for being a great crowd. Thanks for being with me this afternoon. I wish you guys a fantastic Easter weekend ahead. And you guys enjoy the rest of your beautiful Thursday afternoon. You guys go have fun with the money you made today. And I'll catch up with you guys next week. All the best to you guys. Take care.